Download this code and get free GPT-4o from codegive.com, link in the description below. Debugging in Python using Visual Studio Code, vscode, can significantly enhance your development workflow by allowing you to inspect variables, evaluate expressions, and control the flow of your code in real time. Below is a comprehensive tutorial to help you get started with debugging Python in VS Code. Step 1. Install Visual Studio Code. 1. Download VS Code. If you haven't already, download and install Visual Studio Code from the official website, https://code.visualstudio.com. 2. Install Python extension. Once VS Code is installed, you need to install the Python extension. Open VS Code, go to the Extensions view by clicking on the Extensions icon in the activity bar on the side, and search for Python. Install the extension provided by Microsoft. Step 2. Set up your Python environment. 1. Create a new project folder. Open a new folder for your Python project in VS Code. 2. Create a virtual environment. Optional but recommended. Open a terminal in VS Code, view terminal, and run. Activate the virtual environment. On Windows. On Mac OS/Linux. 3. Install required packages. If your project requires any packages, install them using pip. Step 3. Write a sample Python program. Create a new Python file in your project folder, example.py, and write the following code. Step 4. Start debugging. 1. Open the debugger, click on the Run and Debug icon in the activity bar on the side, or press Ctrl+Shift+D. 2. Create a debug configuration. Click on the Create a launch.json file link. Select Python file from the options. This will create a launch.json file in a .vscode folder in your project directory. 3. Set breakpoints. Open your example.py file and click in the gutter, the space to the left of the line numbers, to set breakpoints. You can set breakpoints on any line where you want the execution to pause. 4. Start debugging. Click the green play button, Start debugging, or press F5. The debugger will start and pause execution at the breakpoints you've set. Step 5. Debugging controls. Once execution is paused at a breakpoint, you can use the following controls. Continue, F5, resume execution until the next breakpoint. Step over, F10, execute the current line and move to the next line in the same function. Step into, F11, step into the function call on the current line. Step out, Shift plus F11, step out of the current function and return to the calling function. Restart, Control plus Shift plus F5, restart the debugging session. Stop, Shift plus F5, stop the debugging session. Step 6, Inspect variables. While debugging, you can inspect variables in the following ways. Variables panel, look at the variables section in the debug sidebar. You can see the current state of all variables in the current scope. Hover over variables, hover your mouse over variables in the code editor to see their current values. Watch expressions, add variables or expressions to the watch panel to monitor their values as you step through your code. Example debugging scenario. 1. Set a breakpoint inside the try block just before the result equals divide underscore numbers, number 1, number 2, line. 2. Run the program. When it hits the breakpoint, check the values of number 1 and number 2 in the variables panel. 3. Step through the code to see how it behaves with different inputs and how it handles exceptions. Conclusion. Debugging with Visual Studio Code provides a powerful way to understand your code's behavior and fix issues effectively. Familiarize yourself with the debugging tools and controls available in VS Code to enhance your coding experience. Happy coding and debugging!